Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Watch Your Realms video. We're back with a GvG video because we want to take a look at how we've been progressing so far in this new season. Obviously, new map means new placements, and I've also switched my guild to Imperials. So Imperials is actually the top guild in the 6x server. So it's a very different experience for me. My attacks are a lot more uh, calculated now, I'll say. So I do practice runs and all that to make sure that we get everything going before I launch my attacks. So I'm just gonna showcase what I've done this particular season and also this particular fight, and also we'll take a look at what um, defenses I've been up to as well. But first of all, we'll just take a look at the battles and let's just hit into the first one. I believe, yeah, this was an Ayuva Silas one. Actually, very similar to what I ran myself. So the weakness here is obviously the fact that Ayuva and Silas, they have ultimates that are dealing the bulk of the damage. So what we're doing here is actually baiting it out. You can see. And then over here, we're just waiting for Silas to run out with his ultimate before we actually go ahead to pop the legendary lightning cuts together. Iova is gonna get his ultimate off. You can see it does quite a bit of damage, but there's just simply nothing to control them. I think having a Tailwind here will work a lot better, or Greed, just to slow things down. So one lightning gut is gonna get through, and AI does nothing to air units. So you're gonna see this unit slowly getting destroyed. And we're gonna do the same thing again, baiting out Silas and Iova's ultimate, but Iova's gonna die here because Elohim can't reach him. And this is where we can just basically wait out for Silas' ultimate to end and send out the epic flyers to swarm this. Not swarm this, but just finish this off, because there's simply no way that a Silas without ultimate can stop these units. So BP obviously makes a big difference here, but yeah, I think just the idea of timing things out and figuring out what the weakness of this com is, that makes things a lot clearer for us. And then the next one, just gonna take a look at. So it's a repeat battle. I did the two same fights on the same lineup, and then we're gonna see this one again. I believe this one is a northerner build. Yep, that's right. So I think Ardea has fallen off quite a bit in this current map. Reason being that there's only that many placements that you can have her in the game, and this is one of those. Canadian obviously gonna protect. Does it protect Ardea? I think only if she takes damage. But the thing about this lineup is that Ardea doesn't really get the benefit of a realm tear. Neither is she gonna be good with a Frigid Flame, so that's the struggle that I see here. And we pretty much brute force this because they don't have enough damage going on. Yeah, you can see here, healing coming through. And then we just double wolf this, and 5 of them actually lick through, and that's it. This epic tank's just doing a lot of great work here. And yeah, that's done. So learning a lot of new things, to be honest, because it's a new map, and having a guild that actually actively goes out to replicate this lineup so that we can test them. It's interesting, but I do want to say that it takes out some of the fun out of it, because you don't get to really experiment things out. It becomes a lot more intensive trying to figure things out, but it is a new approach for me. I am learning plenty, and yeah, we'll take a look at this next one. This is going to be a bit more interesting. Basically, an Ingrid, Cyrus, what do you call this guy? Regulars team. And what we're going to do is basically try to burst down his regulars. So you can see Hatsut ultimate, but the heals are coming in strong. And regulars dies there. And then we pretty much try to clear this. So one mistake I made here is that I can see right a bit here. We send this legendary fighters in. So Ingrid has been baited to switch to the single target mode, which is one of the big reasons why this works, because you want to swarm this, right? You don't want Ingrid blasting your wolves when they come along. So we managed to kill him, his skeletons, but that doesn't really matter. So you see Ingrid switches back to this again. What I made a mistake of here was sending my wolves here, knowing that Ingrid was, Hatsu was gonna get her ultimate in a bit. And the wolves do actually make it through. But yeah, I think if let's say Cyrus, if I let it go just a bit later, probably they would have killed the skeletons without Hatsu killing them and then going through. But yeah, this is a GG for us. And I tried to replicate the same attack. This time I sent the legendary fighters in, only one of them, before I send in the wolves. But the same thing pretty much happened again. I do feel that my legendary fighters could have a little bit more BP. I probably put a little bit too much focus on the axe slaughterers, but you can see the same thing with proc Regulus's unyielding. Kill him off, and then we just go in to try to kill Cyrus. Two skeletons die here. And yeah, you can see right there, we didn't send in one more axe slaughterer. We just send the fighter in straight away. And yeah, we send the wolves in. But yeah, we got caught on the last Cyrus there, and that's pretty much game for us. Still managed to get 2 through, but yeah, Ingrid is just really disgusting in these teams, and Cyrus and Regulus arguably one of the few good defenders that survives really well in terms of just delaying, my attacks. Last one, this is going to be pretty straightforward. Same thing, we're going to be swarming this team. So Cyrus with Boris and Nimrat and Asrin. Asrin basically makes Cyrus unkillable. So what we're doing here is that baiting out the ultimates with the pharaohs. And then what we do next is send in the legendary fighters. This ensures that we have 4 guys in front, using up all of Cyrus's blocks. And that's when we are gonna send some healers in to sustain for a bit, because you see Imrat and Boris gets their ultimate here. And once that is done, we wait for Boris' ultimate to run out. We send in the double wolves, and there we go. Legendary fighters here do help a bit, because they deal enough damage such that Cyrus's skeletons actually die. But you can see Cyrus is unkillable, so the best way to deal with this is to basically swarm the team here. So that's all my attacks. I honestly am unsure if people want to see the attacks that my teams are doing on. We do face quite a variety of folks. You're gonna see Praetor's teams. Shoutout Ajax pretty common as well. Valderon also very disgusting. And yeah, this one is also quite interesting, but there's so many different teams for me to showcase, which it's hard to pinpoint what you guys want to take a look at. So do let me know down in the comments if you have any specifics that I can drill into. But this is honestly one of the more interesting fights that I had in GvG since forever, because things are really going neck to neck for quite a bit here, and it's interesting to see how people are figuring out strategies to fight these teams. But yeah, we'll take a look at my team now, right here. So mistake that I made, I think videos have been circulating for a bit that the rare archers can actually hit Hatsu or rather any unit that is placed right here. So you're gonna see this guy baiting out my ultimates. Then waiting for Volka to get her ultimate up. Just gonna send the archers in. Sorry, I think the mages are gonna be the one killing him. Yep, There we go. Just gets one shot. And this team just pretty much fall apart because Grid is the only anti-air left. What a joke. So yeah, obviously my guild we weren't convinced that this would be a big thing, so we set up my team this way. But obviously that's a big problem, and yeah, my team just got 0-3 like this. But we'll take a look at the Eova team now, which is a lot more interesting. So this guy tried to basically bait out my ultimates. Same thing as what we did with the other guy's team earlier, but he used who was that? AI instead, which does not attack air. I mean, Dahlia doesn't do it as well, but it slows down the physical mobs quite a bit. As you can see, he baits out guys, but his BP is not strong enough. In an ideal scenario, your tanks should still be swarming the Brook here. So he manages to get one guy through, but that's basically it. Yeah, and that ends his battle. So it will be interesting to see if they do any more attacks, but I think with high rank guilds like this, they tend to withhold their attacks. Especially if the enemy has the same lineup as you do. Because if you do figure out how to break their defenses and you show it to them, they can essentially do the same back to you. Which is something that I never realized when I was in a much lower rank guild. So yeah, that's it. That's my attacks. My defenses, honestly, I don't have the most amazing units for this round. Adea, Arrogance, which are my top units in GvG previously. Those guys are heavily nerfed in this new map. They just don't have a really good placement around. So yeah, still in the midst of figuring out what works best. Probably try to whip in Cyrus in the weeks to come, but this is what we have at the moment. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the content, leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and like I said, leave it down in the comments below what you would like to see more of these GvG videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.